It was a cold, rainy night in Ohio. I was 13 and home alone for the first time. My parents had gone to a dinner party across town, and I begged them to let me stay behind. I thought it would be fun, snacks, movies, and no one to tell me what to do. Around 9 p.m., the rain started hitting the windows hard. Thunder shook the house every few minutes, and the wind howled like a scream. I tried to ignore it. I curled up on the couch, watching a superhero movie, eating popcorn. Then, I heard tapping. Tap, tap, tap. At first I thought it was just the storm, but it didn't match the sound of the rain. I muted the TV and listened. Tap, tap. It was coming from the living room window, the one right behind me. I slowly turned my head. There, in the lightning flash, I saw a face. A man. Pale, soaked, with wide eyes and a crooked smile. He was staring right at me. I screamed and jumped off the couch. When I looked again, he was gone. I called my parents, panicked. They told me to go upstairs, lock the doors, and call the police. I was halfway up the stairs when I heard it again. Tap, tap, tap. This time from the kitchen window. I ran upstairs, locked my bedroom door, and stayed on the phone with 911 until the cops came. They found muddy footprints all around the house. But no man. Not even a fingerprint. They never found him. But for months I couldn't sleep during the rain. Because sometimes, even now, I still hear that tapping. This happened to my uncle when he was 22, driving home from work late, one rainy night in rural Georgia. There were no streetlights, and barely any other cars. Just trees and darkness. As he turned down a narrow road near the forest, his headlights lit up a man standing by a ditch, waving. The man was soaked, his clothes muddy, and he looked hurt. My uncle pulled over and rolled down the window a bit. "Need help?" he asked. The man nodded slowly. "Car accident, in the ditch." My uncle got out with his flashlight and followed the man a few feet into the tall wet grass. But when he shined the light toward the ditch, there was nothing there. No car, no tracks, nothing. When he turned around, the man was gone. There were no footsteps in the mud, not even where he had just walked. My uncle ran back to his car, jumped in, and sped off. He didn't stop until he was back in town. Later, he told his friend what happened. The friend looked pale and said, "That same ditch, a man died there 5 years ago. Same night, same storm. Now, every time it rains and he drives past that road, he won't look at the ditch. Because he swears that man still waits there, waiting for someone new." When I was 11, we lived in a small house in Oregon with a creepy, unfinished basement. My mom always told me never to go down there alone. She said it was just too easy to fall or get hurt. One rainy Friday, school got out early because of flooding. My parents were still at work, so I was alone. I was playing video games when I heard a loud thud from downstairs. I paused the game and listened. Another thud, then dragging. I tiptoed to the basement door. It was closed, locked even. My dad always kept it locked from the inside, with a key on top of the fridge. But now, the doorknob was turning. Slowly. Back and forth. Like someone was on the other side. I backed away. Then a voice. Let me out. It was a girl's voice. Small. Crying. I panicked and grabbed the key from the fridge. Maybe it was a neighbor's kid. Maybe someone got trapped. I opened the door, turned on the light, and called down. "Hello?" No answer. Step by step, I walked down. The air was cold and musty. There were boxes, old chairs, and spider webs everywhere. But no one. Until I saw it. A tiny, muddy handprint on the wall. Fresh. Then, behind me, I heard the door slam shut. I ran up the stairs, yanked it open, and locked it behind me. I didn't go back down there for weeks. Later, I told my parents. My mom looked scared. She admitted that the last owners had a little girl who went missing during a storm. They say she used to play in the basement, and sometimes when it rains, she still does. Final words: rainy nights always feel peaceful, until something decides to visit. Maybe it's the sound, the shadows, or the way thunder hides the footsteps. So next time the rain taps at your window, make sure it's just the rain, and not something waiting to come in.